So we've got ourselves the full list of the Black Bolt and White Flare English edition. And also we have got some rates, we've got the pools, we've got everything. It's looking incredible. Now, obviously, if you've been under a rock, PokeRev opened up quite a few. And to be honest, normally what you can tell with a lot of kind of like the top end sort of YouTubers is how well they're pulling. Sometimes it can be exaggerated, they might miss out a few packs. You never know with the magic of editing, but in general, when it comes to PokeRev, it tends to show every single pack that we know of. So by the looks of things, it did look a pretty good set. People are almost calling it the Crown Zenith 2.0, which if you was around for that long, Crown Zenith was an outrageously good set. It was pull after pull after pull. And with the fact that the black and white era, this specific set has got over 100 and something illustration rares, you kind of expect it to be an incredible pull rate. So obviously if you've been living under a rock like we suggested, this is coming out on the 18th of July, so we're only 10 days away, which is incredible. So it's going to be incredible in itself. So let's kind of go through. Obviously, if you are looking at what we've got, they are a dual set that they kind of go together. They are basically the whole set of Unova. There is, what, 156, did I just read? 156 Pokemon. So like we had the 151, which was the base set, you obviously have got the 156, which is the Unova set. Now, you've got two different ETBs. You've got the Reshiram versus the Zekrom. Also, we do get an additional, as we see, an illustration rare per Pokemon. So, obviously, Samurott there has got one. Druddigon, you literally, any Pokemon who's in and over, all 156 have got a specific illustration. There is also the black and white rarity. Alongside that, we do have the Victini rarity, which again is still a black and white rarity, which was set out in Japan. I was going to say in Japanese. Technically, it was set out in Japan as a 2,000 person, 2,000 card lottery system. So there was only that, which meant that card specifically, this one, was going for mega. We were looking at thousands of pounds. And literally, as soon as it got announced that it is in English as a set card, so you can get the Zekrom, the Reshiram, and now the Victini in a pack, or at least in packs, that is literally halved its price because the rarity of it is now pretty much gone. Oh, 15,000 copies have been going. It is the tournament's promo card, not 2,000, another 2,000 lottery. Oh, okay. 15,000 copies were in a tournament, 2,000 were via the lottery. I thought it was like, someone definitely said 2,000. So basically you're looking at around about 17,000 of this card in Japanese, which will still be quite rare. Like it's not, just because you can get it in English doesn't mean it takes away from the Japanese side of stuff, but you can get the card. It's the same as picking the Surgeon Sparks Pikachu in English, but it's £100 cheaper in Japanese. You just go for that version. It's pretty much the same principle for this. We then also have a few others coming in. We have got a lot of different products coming in as well. We've got tins, we've obviously got collection boxes, we've got blister packs, we've got text stickers as always, and obviously as you can see, we have got the two different ETBs with the two different promos. Now it's a bit annoying because we don't get the third, obviously we've got Thunderous, we've got Tornadus, and also then we need Landorus. So he's surely got to be in another promo, but as you can see, we've got a few different promo cards coming in, which is always nice. So they're just going to be standard, and whether we can get them is a big question, really. Our English set has also reshuffled a few cards. The Chandelure and Mandibuzz lines have been moved from Black Bolt to White Flare, with the Kling Clang and Bravery lines have been moved to White Flare to Black Bolt. So they are standard. The way that I personally do mine, I don't even know where the binder is. I think, actually, I've got it down here. Ignore that it is the Japanese side of stuff, but basically, how I did my 151, I've done it the same here. I don't know if you can see it. So basically, you start off with each of the lines, and you basically have got it in Pokedex order. Now, there'll be a reason why that becomes a little bit more difficult. So, for instance, if I show you this page, these go in the order of obviously what we see going there. In fact, can we go with a full cam? That might help a little bit more. If obviously you could see that, I don't know how blurry it'll be, but basically it is going in the full order instead. So for instance, you're going to have it like the 151 where it's in Pokedex order. The only difference that becomes a little bit more struggling with, because it's a dual set, they are technically apart, but then also the fact that we have got Pokeballs and Master Balls, it just makes it that little bit more to put all of them in one set, because like it does suggest, you basically have over 800 cards in general. So we have, in fact, we do have the regular reverse holo as well. So the way that I was combating this is by going with the regular holo on top of the normal. I'll have the Pokeball because that's going to be more obtainable. The Master Ball, it's just going to be as and when collect. So what I'll do is probably put them in the back and then just have 2 binders eventually for one of them. Or if they do ever make an 800 card binder that fits like a 12 pocket, we might be able to do that as well. So there's going to be lots of different ways that you can do it. Obviously the easiest way is just having the 2 sets and 2 different binders, Black Bolt and White Flare. Again, it might be the way that I do it. I'll see how we go. We also have an English with the horizontal holofoil, which is always nice. And now we get to the juicy stuff. We get and this is all percentages, this is all predicted. It's not necessarily a guaranteed. You could go 100 packs and not get an SAR or an SIR, but you basically have got a good rate of a double rare, so an EX in 5 packs or every 5 packs, a Pokeball reverse in 3 packs, a Master Ball in 15, a full art ultra rare card in 16, an illustration rare in 6, and a special illustration rare in 76. Now, if you've obviously seen previous pack pulls, if we were to take, don't really want to take, say we go 151, that would be a decent one, 151 English pack rates, because, or pull rates in fact, because Prismatic was so far down. So we are looking at 151. So we are looking at something like this. So you've got a hyper rare 1 in 51, 1 in 154 for a specific. So that is a, what would that be? That'd be a full art ultra rare. You've got the special illustration. You've got 1 in 32. That is pretty low, to be honest. So this is just interesting to see between the 151. Obviously, the illustration rares come in 1 in 12. So that is where you've got the distinct advantage. By the looks of it, the SAR that's pretty decent. Whether we get more information on the pull rates as we go forward. Ultra rares 1 in 16 compared to, oh no, I suppose that could be the 16, so they're both the same really. Double rare, which is obviously 5, this is 8, and then we got the full energy, we haven't really got one on there. So, always interesting, and granted, this set hasn't fully come out yet, so we're still waiting on a lot of the information. We want to see a massive, massive pull list. And then we do have the cards themselves, so naturally we're going to go through all of this. In terms of the pull rates, I think they're good enough. I feel like the illustrations being 1 in 6, it's a decent pull rate. The main thing with this, because there is so many to go through, you want to feel that you are pulling something pretty consistently. And you got to utilize what you consider a pull in a very different manner. A double rare is a pull. Maybe a low pull, but it's a pull. Pokeball, Master Ball, illustration, ultra rare, they are all pulls in their own right. So if you get one of any of them every single time, you've done pretty well. Now, obviously, what a lot of people are used to in Prismatic is none of the reverse holo Pokeballs, an EX maybe every now and then, no illustrations, so it becomes a little bit more difficult to guarantee what you consider a pull, and you really need to take into consideration the Pokeballs and Master Balls there. So it is a very interesting way to go. I do think this set is going to be incredibly hyped. The only thing, like I've said from the very beginning of this set coming out, the only thing that can really stuff this set up really is going to be just non-existent stock. And unfortunately, that is going to be the only thing that for me would really kill this set off. Like Destined Rivals, it has been nowhere in shops. Now, yes, you can buy it online, you can buy it at market price, that's fine. But not everything needs to be market price at this point. We want to see it on the shelves. I want to be able to go pick it up. And that's going to be the interesting part with something like this. I know it's going to be very difficult to get, as obviously ETBs are not everywhere. Blister packs going to be ordered. So you're going to have to order this online. But I do think this set could be worth opening just in general. It looks a very nice set. And as we do get into kind of the illustrations, these are some fantastic artworks. I've opened up a little bit of black and white for the Japanese. We've opened up 1 box of each, and it was a great experience. It's a great set to get. I know that they don't necessarily have booster boxes, which is a shame because a booster box of this would be outrageously good. 32 packs would be, or 36 packs would be outstanding. But some beautiful artworks. I cannot wait to give this one a go. Just the sheer amount of artworks coming into this, like the amount of illustrations are outstanding. Like, there is so many that you can actually go for. I think this as a complete set will look incredible. It will look epic. So it's going to be good. Hopefully it does live up to expectations, and we will see how we go with it. But some beautiful cards that are just got, and that's not, in fact, that's not even all of them. That is just Black Bolt. That is just, it's going to be a fun set, to say the least. If we go through the illustration rares of the whites, I know, I can imagine a lot of people have seen these, but just in general, there is, you've just got to appreciate some of the artwork being absolutely extraordinary. From the starters, even the Panseer, Simisear, again, there's so many lines. Even if you are a specific Pokemon collector, maybe you like a certain artwork, Joltik looking amazing. There's just so much that you can get from this, and I can imagine from an illustration point of view, it to be very affordable once we get into it. I can't see all of these being a crazy price. So that Terrakion is beautiful. But in general, I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. We've got 10 days to go until we get to open up this set. And then we move on to the Megas. We go on to something else. This is the final Scarlet and Violet. It's going to be interesting. Let me know how you get on with it. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.